Hello friends. Now we are going to learn about shipping settings and delivery configuration. For that, go to the stores and configurations. In here, you can go to your sales section and under that you would find shipping settings. First of all, you have to configure the origin. This means that this is the place from which you are shipping your goods. Since this particular store belongs to United States, so our origin country is set to United States. But whatever is your origin country for shipping your goods needs to be set in here. You can also have a bit more in-depth configuration, even the address line items that can be used to calculate the exact shipping amount if you are using a third-party service. But having these basic configuration settled here is a good option. And then you can also set your policy. Typically, this policy would be shown onto the checkout page. Customer needs to sign to this policy or check a checkbox that they agree to this policy. Right now it's set no. You can just change it to yes, and then the text box would appear. Here you can have your text regarding your shipping policy. You can also set your multi-shipping configurations in here. Just go to the left sidebar and click on multi-shipping settings. You can allow the multiple addresses in one checkout. So that means that in a order, if the customer has, let's say, 10 items, they can add multiple shipping address for each line item. You can allow these shipping addresses for maximum 100 line items for one order. And all the configurations that you have done for your shipping settings would be applicable for each of these addresses that customer is going to select, and shipping rates would be calculated based on that. Now go to the delivery methods, and that's where actually you're going to set the prices for the shipping. The first method that you see in here is the flat rate. That means that when this method is enabled, this title would be visible to the customer and a flat fee would be applicable for the whole order. So right now, a flat fee of $5 would be applicable for every customer on order level. Sorry, you can set it here if it would be applicable based on item level or on a order level. So right now it was on item level, but you can change this to order as well. Now you also have option to set a free shipping. You can also set like what would be the minimum order amount. After that, the free shipping would be applicable. So you can set, let's say, after $85, the free shipping would be applicable. You would have to still select it yes so that it is applicable to the website's front end. There are other shipping method available. Table rates is where you can configure, various rates depending upon the price based on the destination. There are a couple of methods that are available out of the box from Adobe Commerce. So you have weight versus destination. So you can add products weight, and based on the destination of customer, the rate would be calculated, or the product price versus destination, or number of item versus destination. So there are a couple of conditions that are available. You can also import these rates in the system using a CSV file. Then you also have in-store delivery. That means if you have a physical store and you would want the products to be delivered in your physical store so that customer can pick up those products from those store, you can also enable in here. You can also configure multiple locations in the system, and all those locations would be applicable and visible to the customer, and they can select one of your store location, and that's where you would be delivering the product. Also, by default, we would get these four additional shipping methods, but you can also install additional plugins and extension in Adobe Commerce, and you can get additional shipping methods here. Uh, for all of these additional methods, you would have to configure the API keys and API details, and then you can have similar configuration depending upon what are the features that these providers give. So you would have all the setting and configurations in here. So that's one of the most important thing you have to do whenever you are starting a new store or configuring a store on behalf of a customer. Thank you very much.